Hey, it's Straw Hat Sam here, and this is Pigeon. It's a naked Blackmagic Pocket 4K cinema drone. The camera is decased, and yeah, it's a crazy looking thing, but here's some footage. So you might ask, what's the point of a cinema camera on a mini quad when, bro, you can just use a GoPro? There's four main reasons. One, with a cinema camera, you have better color data. Two, better dynamic range. Three, you have editable codecs like ProRes and B-RAW. And four, you have high data rates. So the significance of this drone is you can do much the same maneuvers as a 5-inch mini quad, but you got a cinema camera. This was definitely the most challenging thing I've ever designed and built. I made 8 design revisions and 5 different distinct prototypes. I have lots of experience with bigger cinema rigs like X-Class, Beast Class, and big Octo X8 platforms that carry full-size, well, undecased cameras. And the conclusion I'm coming to is that this right here is the future, because there's no reason to be carrying around all the extra weight of the battery and the case when all you need are the essential components in order to keep things as light as possible. Because just flying it myself, I have so much more confidence to be able to do acrobatic maneuvers and be able to go into tight spaces. And with something like this, you can really unleash your full piloting potential, but still have the quality of a cinema camera. An advantage that a GoPro has over something like this is you get hyper smooth and real steady and all that. But there's this thing called SteadXP, and SteadXP can take high quality, high bitrate cinema footage and stabilize it. And this is really important, especially for those who are, content creators or whose clientele can't afford to pay like an expensive studio production to do CG, frame by frame stabilization. So SteadXP makes smooth professional results a lot more accessible. An advantage that Pigeon has over bigger drones that carry undecased cameras is that it's a lot safer, it's quieter and smaller, and you have a lot more confidence. It's also got some tricks up its sleeve too. In order to adjust the camera angle, which is something that you'll need to do often on set, you just have these 2 screws that you loosen, and the camera tilt goes all the way from positive 45 degrees down to negative 30 degrees. So that opens some doors in terms of creative possibilities. Another trick is that the camera cage is reversible because the whole frame is symmetrical, so you can flip it around, and if you want to chase in front of something like a dirt bike or a race car or whatever, you can do that, especially because the camera tilts downward, so you'll be flying like this. So how can you get your hands on one of these? I'm pretty much exclusively selling frame kits only, and I have a whole bunch of videos: the disassembly of the Pocket 4K camera, the assembly of the whole camera cage, of the frame, of the LCD case. All that stuff is covered, so as long as you watch those videos, you shouldn't go wrong. But As you know, there's no guarantees. It's your responsibility, not mine. It's your choice. So give it a go if you want. To buy a frame kit, either direct message me on Instagram or Facebook. How much is all this? It's $375. Why is it so expensive? The cost of building this frame kit is $250. I'm doing a 50% markup. I think that's fair because I've put hundreds of hours of work into this, and it's also a quality product that's ready to go and will deliver professional results. What I mean by a finished product are the little touches like this slider, which retains both your CFast and your SD card. There's a lot that goes into it. There's the LCD case, there's the camera cage, and then of course the drone frame itself. In terms of carbon and hardware, that's like 2 drones. And then most importantly are some high quality multi-jet fusion nylon 12 prints used for the lens mount and the button panels here. Perhaps the most expensive component are the AlphaGel bushings, and these are necessary to ensure that you get the smoothest footage possible and that it's compatible with SteadXP. In addition, I'm using a local supplier for carbon cutting, so the benefit there is faster turnaround times. The worst thing is having to say no to a client because you can't do a certain maneuver, but with a mini quad in combination with a cinema camera, that could change things.